on tight because this is going to be a long one. Let's talk about training. You just love training days. Now, the wild part about training days is they literally can be whatever you want them to be. Some people want them to be a complaint session, so they complain about the training the whole time. Other people are taking notes feverishly, trying to get every single thing down. Me, I like to take a lot of notes. However, I'm just looking for 3 to 5 things. 3 to 5 things that will inform my teaching. And even out of those 3 to 5 things, I might only execute 1 or 2. And that's really what I'm looking for is what are the 1 or 2 things that I can execute and apply to my actual teaching to make it better. I realize you can get a whole bunch of things. You can take a whole bunch of notes. You can do all this stuff. But the reality is you can't execute on everything. You just don't have time for it. If you can get that 1 or 2 things that you really can execute on, that would be gold. Now, we just did UDL training. Now, the wild part about Universal Design Learning is, okay, and this shirt's too tight. Whew, okay, so we got another shirt. Now, don't be mad. I got 2 shirts that are exactly the same. One is bigger, one is smaller. Don't ask. Back to Universal Design Learning. It is really cool, but can be overwhelming. But one thing I got out of the training from yesterday is the +1 approach. And what is the +1 approach, you ask? It's where you actually are going to not differentiate instruction, but give the students more ways to actually be able to show what they know. And instead of trying to come up with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ways, they're like, just come up with 1 additional way. You already have 1 way that they show it, like a writing assignment or maybe a Google slide or something, and you're just going to come up with 1 additional way that they can show what they know. Now you have 2 different ways, and now you've given some option for students, and it gives students choice. I'm like, oh, I can do +1. That worked for me. And if you compound that over a few years, you might end up with 2 or 3 different ways, maybe 4 different ways for students to show what they know on more major assignments. So again, that's what you should be looking for. I can execute that. You want to just grab that 1 thing that you can execute and it'll make your teaching better. That's how I see training. All right, y'all.